There's a lot of things that are breaking down when it rains because we have these old pipes.
Fallout from a cross-border sewage spill, the federal investigation into the aging sewer system, and the key issue that made the problem worse.
These are awesome weapons. They release a lot of energy and they can do a lot of damage. It scares me a lot, and I'm hoping that we will never, ever, ever have to use a nuclear weapon ever again.
Documenting a weapon of mass destruction, the lessons learned from these nuclear tests from another era. And flying beyond the dwarf planet on the edge of our solar system, the next milestone for NASA's New Horizon. KPBS Evening Edition starts right now. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Ebony Monet. More information tonight about the Tijuana sewage spill. 250 million gallons of sewage may have crossed the U.S.-Mexico border. The culprit? The city's aging sewer system. KPBS reporter Eric Anderson says a federal investigation identified several problems that put the public at risk.
A federal investigation found that Tijuana's aging sewer system and heavy rains pushed a steady flow of sewage across the international border and into U.S. coastal waters. The report confirms a sewer line repair in Tijuana led to a 28 million gallon spill in early February, but there were also many other sewer breakdowns in February and March. International Boundary and Water Commission spokeswoman Lori Kuzmansky says a lack of cross-border communication didn't help.
Mexico does acknowledge that they should have had better communication with us. When we finally dug deeper and we found out that there were, in fact, repairs going on and there was this bypass, that's when we made the initial report on February 23rd.
The International Wastewater Treatment Plant here at the border was designed to handle sewage overflows coming from Mexico, but when it rains, the plant is overwhelmed. Investigators also say the regular downpours put stress on an already aging sewer system in Mexico. Tijuana's sewage plant officials say they can't account for 250 million gallons of sewage flow that the plant normally sees in February and March. Imperial Beach Mayor Serge Dedina says the situation doesn't have to be this way.
We need to upgrade the sewage system in Tijuana. There's a lot of things that are breaking down when it rains because we have these old pipes. That's the first thing. Number two, that's why we need a backup system on the U.S. to capture these renegade flows.
Dedina says he should not be spending his time calming residents and business owners who are upset about the stench of sewage in and around Imperial Beach. The raw sewage that ends up just off the shore here at Imperial Beach is annoying for the residents, but it's also a public health risk. Eric Anderson, KPBS News.
A California Senate committee advanced a bill today to keep the Aliso Canyon gas facility shut down until a thorough investigation into the root cause of the disaster is complete. SoCal Gas has been attempting to reopen the facility. The plant has remained closed since a blowout in 2015 that took 4 months to cap and forced the evacuations of more than 25,000 people.
Anyone who went through 10,000 families being evacuated from their homes and their kids getting sick wants to figure out what the heck happened. This bill will hopefully push the administration to get to the bottom of this thing before they reopen the field.
Gas industry representatives and business coalitions are against the legislation. They say Aliso Canyon is critical to Southern California's power grid. An amendment was added to the bill to allow Governor Brown to open the facility in the case of a power emergency. The bill now moves on to the full Senate for a vote. Tonight, we're following up on a state investigation. Officials say a lobbyist from Sempra Energy's new marketing division may have violated state law by meeting with elected officials in San Diego County. And that's because the marketing division hasn't gotten final approval from the state. KPBS reporter Claire Tragesser has details.
The state law in question has to do with community choice, which would allow cities and counties to bypass SDG&E and buy their own energy. SDG&E and its parent company Sempra aren't allowed to lobby against community choice, so instead they created an independent organization to do it for them. The state hasn't yet given full approval to the organization, but people who work for it have been meeting with San Diego elected officials anyway. We told you previously they met with San Diego City Council members. Now we know they also met with all the San Diego County Supervisors except the newly elected Kristen Gaspar. The state agency that would decide whether those meetings broke the law is still investigating. Claire Tregasser, KPBS News.
The San Diego City Council approved a plan this afternoon to replace the California Theater building downtown. The council voted to put a 40-story skyscraper in its place that will house offices, residential units, retail space, and parking. Supporters view the project as a catalyst for revitalizing the C Street corridor. The theater opened in 1927 as a vaudeville stage before it became a movie house. The group behind Soccer City says they're going to ask the San Diego City Council to put the proposal on the November ballot. Then voters can decide whether that's how the Qualcomm Stadium site should be redeveloped. The group says it will have well over the needed number of signatures to either force the council to vote on the project or arrange a special election. The group wants to piggyback on the ballot measure requested yesterday by Mayor Kevin Faulconer for raising the city's hotel room tax to fund the expansion of the San Diego Convention Center. Today is the deadline for bidders on the President Trump's border wall with Mexico, and potential bidders for the lucrative job had plenty of questions for U.S. officials. Like, will authorities help if the workers come under hostile attack? A U.S. official who spoke on the condition of anonymity says Border Patrol and local police would establish a buffer zone around the construction site if necessary, but security would be the responsibility of the construction company. The winning bidders will be asked to build a prototype on the federal land owned in San Diego. California is one step closer to becoming the nation's first sanctuary state. Lawmakers in the state Senate voted along party lines yesterday to pass a bill to prevent state and local law enforcement from using their resources to aid federal immigration enforcement. The bill's author, Senator Pro Tem Kevin De Leon, faced opposition from Republican lawmakers. They argue the bill shields felons from deportation by limiting cooperation between local law enforcement and ICE. De Leon rejected those arguments.
We will cooperate with our friends at the federal level with serious and violent felons, but we won't cooperate or lift a finger or spend a single cent when we're talking about separating children from their mothers and mothers from their children. That's not who we are as a great state.
Several Republican lawmakers warned the move would endanger federal grants to sheriff's departments across the state.
The bill isn't fully cooked. It still allows for human traffickers. If you're convicted and you're serving in our prison as a human trafficker, this bill shields you from deportation. If you have felony child abuse, this bill shields you. If you take hostages to prevent an arrest and you're serving in our prison, this bill shields you.
The state Senate unanimously approved a bill that would prohibit the state from providing information about the religious affiliation of Californians to federal agencies for law enforcement or immigration purposes. Both bills now head to the Assembly. State Senator Toni Atkins of San Diego has released more details about her bill to create a single-payer healthcare system in California. But as KPBS health reporter Kenny Goldberg explains, there's one big detail that has been left out.
Under Atkins' proposal, the state would cover all healthcare expenses, regardless of one's income. Covered services would include vision, dental, and even nursing home care. There would be no co-pays or deductibles, and consumers could see any doctor they wanted, no referrals necessary. The plan does not spell out how it would be paid for. Dr. Bob Hertzka teaches health policy at UC San Diego.
When you get rid of insurance premiums and all of that, you can't really reclaim that money, so you have to tax people to get it.
Opponents of a single-payer system argue it would force people to pay higher taxes and undergo long delays to get care. Kenny Goldberg, KPBS News.
San Diego public utility workers are fanning out across San Diego Unified Schools to test for lead in the water. KPBS education reporter Megan Burks brings us this story.
Workers were here at Horton Elementary School early this morning taking water samples to test for lead. Now, they're starting here in southeastern San Diego where schools are older, but the plan is to hit every campus by summer. The district began arranging for the water sampling after the state last year created a program to encourage more school districts to test for lead. But the testing also comes after lead was discovered at schools in South Crest and in San Ysidro. Now, there are no confirmed reports that kids were sickened at those schools by lead. The school district's on-staff doctor says lead poisoning happens over a sustained period of time and wouldn't show up as a stomachache or a headache.
We're talking about a chronic lead exposure, meaning kids are getting lead from one or more sources in a very subtle way. So we're not going to expect them to have symptoms or signs that are going to all of a sudden become very acute.
Lead poisoning can affect brain development and would be diagnosed through a blood test. As for the testing here at Horton Elementary School, results are expected sometime next week and will be released on the district's website. Reporting from Choice View, Megan Burks, KPBS News.
A lab in Northern California is restoring and preserving the most complete collection of films from when America tested nuclear weapons above ground. That includes a test off the coast of San Diego. The first films are just being released. KPBS reporter Steve Walsh has the story.
After atomic weapons brought World War II to an abrupt end, the U.S. wanted to understand the full reach of its new superweapon. We knew that a nuclear weapon dropped from a bomber could level a Japanese city, but
could we kill a modern submarine with an underwater A-bomb? In theory, yes. But what would be the fatal range? Could the attack crew get away?
Until the Partial Nuclear Test Ban Treaty ended above-ground nuclear testing in 1963, the federal government routinely satisfied its curiosity with tests like Operation Wigwam, which happened about 500 miles off the coast of San Diego back in 1955.
For Wigwam, the test depth was 16,000 feet, with 2,000 feet of water above the point of detonation.
Parts of the test launched from Naval Base San Diego. Rough seas delayed the trial by at least 3 days. Then, at about 1 o'clock on May 14, 1955,
the seismic shock was easily detected all over the world. At each hour, plus 8 to 10 minutes, the shock wave hit the mainland of Lower California. At 13:12 Pacific Daylight Time, a Greek ship just off the Golden Gate radioed the Coast Guard asking, "Has San Francisco just been hit by a severe earthquake?"
Greg Spriggs is a nuclear physicist with the Lawrence Livermore Laboratories. I talked to him from his office in Northern California. Spriggs, as a boy, saw one of the last of these above-ground nuclear tests.
I was a young man, and my dad was stationed on Midway Island as part of the Navy. And they did a test over Johnson Island in 1962 called Starfish Prime.
This time, military planners wanted to know if a nuclear weapon detonated in the upper atmosphere could knock out one of our ICBMs or stop a missile coming from Russia.
It was performed at 10 o'clock at night, and it lit the sky up like it was noon. And it took about 15 minutes for all the different colors to go back to being pitch black again. It was basically an artificial aurora borealis.
A year later, the U.S. signed a treaty with the Soviets and other nuclear nations banning above-ground nuclear tests. The CDC says that anyone living in the contiguous United States since 1951 has had at least minute exposure to fallout from this era. Tiny amounts of fallout remain in the atmosphere around the globe.
These are awesome weapons. They release a lot of energy and they can do a lot of damage. It scares me a lot. And I'm hoping that we will never, ever have to use a nuclear weapon ever again.
For the last 5 years, Spriggs has supervised a project to restore and declassify all of the films from the 210 above-ground nuclear tests that the U.S. conducted from 1945 to 1963. He found some are in terrible shape, like a few films from the earliest tests.
Some of the Trinity films, which of course were very valuable in terms of history, and those films had turned to to powder, basically, and they're now useless.
Though it's more than history. For nuclear scientists, these films are the only record of what happens when you detonate a nuclear weapon on the face of the Earth.
These films contain a plethora of data that's very fundamental to nuclear weapon effects.
The data is used to update computer models used to calculate the destructive capability of America's aging nuclear weapons stockpile. Each test often had 50 cameras recording the event. Some films of Wigwam, Starfish Prime, and other tests have been in the public domain for years. Livermore's effort is expected to be the most comprehensive effort to date to preserve and declassify what the U.S. actually did during that era.
They were classified at one point, but they're not anymore, and therefore every American has a right to see them.
They've located about 6,500 of the estimated 10,000 films. The first batch of new footage declassified under the project was released on YouTube in March. Steve Walsh, KPBS News.
Warm, sunny weather on tap for San Diego this week. Erin Calandra has tonight's forecast.
Well, just a pleasant, beautiful day for us. Taking a look at the last couple of hours, there's a lot of nothing on our radar. Well, that's because it was just a gorgeous day for us. Tonight, just a few clouds are going to move into the area, 57 degrees for your low. And taking a look at the region, that's pretty much how it looks across the board. Borrego Springs, 52 degrees. Mount Laguna, a bit chillier at 39. San Diego, 57. Poway, 49. And Oceanside, 48 degrees with just some scattered clouds across the region. Now looking at this, we see this high pressure system, and this is controlling our weather. It's blowing off the marine layer, which is giving us a pleasant Wednesday. We're going to have sunny skies, pleasant temperatures, and just a nice day to get outside and enjoy. But by the end of the week, we are going to have just a couple showers move into the region. See this storm here? Well, by Friday night, we're going to get a few showers. They will continue into Saturday morning. And if you're heading north, be aware that we will have some heavy rains and even some snow in high elevations. So if you're traveling, just keep that in the back of your mind. As we head on to the coast on Thursday, periods of sun, 70 degrees, a gorgeous day. On Friday, it's going to get just a bit chillier at 68. By Saturday, that morning shower will move through, 67 degrees. And on your Sunday, 66, partly sunny skies. Looking at inland, it's a bit warmer. Thursday, 80 degrees. Friday, sun, but 75 degrees. And by Saturday, we're at 66 degrees. Not quite as warm, but at least the sun is out. And on Sunday, 69 degrees with partly sunny skies. In the mountains, it's a bit chillier. Thursday at 65 degrees. Friday, breezy, 61. You'll definitely want your jacket Friday, but Saturday even cooler at 51 degrees. And on Sunday, 55 degrees, a bit of a rebound with some sunshine in the forecast. As we head to the desert, make sure you have your sunblock on Thursday. Drink plenty of water because it's a steamy 92 degrees with sunshine. Friday, it's a bit cooler at 86, more pleasant temperature-wise. On Saturday, not quite as warm, 76 degrees, but that is gorgeous. So just get outside with the kiddos and run your errands, whatever you might have to do. Sunday, we rebound to 80 degrees, beautiful sunny skies for your end of the weekend. For KPBS, I'm Erin Calandra.
The power of art. A group of San Diego artists wants to share it with a community they say is often neglected. The nonprofit Urban Collaborative Project has brought these artists together, helping them cut through the red tape. Founder Barry Pollard says it's an issue of public health. What would it take to transform the Euclid Imperial Avenue corridor into a San Diego arts district? Barry Pollard wants to find out.
We didn't have any public art. We got something at Jacobs at the Food for Less again, but you go down Euclid, nothing. You go down Imperial, nothing.
Pollard founded the Urban Collaborative Project. The nonprofit encourages civic engagement through leadership workshops. Graduates have successfully campaigned for more fresh food options for Lincoln and Valencia Park.
And I think it's about time that people are ready to get re-engaged in their community.
Now Urban Collaborative is empowering artists like muralist Michael Rosenblatt.
The whole point of taking something and making it better and making it more beautiful is like the ultimate joy for any artist.
On this day, Rosenblatt is donating a nautical twilight painting for workers to hang at Imperial Avenue Auto Service.
We can create what I like to call the Mile of Art and the Mile of Art project, which if it wasn't for Barry Pollard, this wouldn't be possible.
Rosenblatt shows this wall so people in the affordable apartments being built across the street can look out and see stars.
And of course, when it's in a neighborhood where you see it every day, it's going to have accumulated effects. Rather than seeing ugliness every day, you're seeing something beautiful in the art. So it's going to actually have an accumulated effect on the people that live there. So it's my pleasure and my honor to do something like that for the people.
This is the latest addition to the art springing up. A Lincoln Park community mural helps spark a creative charge.
Me being from this area, I'm the one that put landmarks such as Huffman's Barbecue and St. Rita's Church.
Joe Nathan Segura is also a painter. Last fall, he, Rosenblatt, and a group of other artists turned a barren wall facing a vacant lot at Imperial Avenue and 50th Street into a waterfront cityscape.
I'm looking for the next wall. I want to make the next person happy, you know, because it makes me happy too.
Segura didn't have to look far. The owner of Brother Wright Car Wash and Detail, also on Imperial Avenue, saw his work and hired him to paint a mural, highlighting the business's affinity for classic cars. And right across Imperial, there's more new art, another mural, this one featuring leaders like Muhammad Ali, Maya Angelou, and former San Diego City Councilor and activist George Stevens. The exterior walls of Gentry Beauty and Barber headquarters also includes the Gentry family.
This is a family business. You know, first my mom and dad started, now my brothers, so we're second generation, and so we should need to kind of show the same due diligence they did on, you know, keeping everything going.
Elijah Gentry says the art helps the business stand out and shows the community they've served for 50-plus years they're here to stay.
The one thing that we can do for this community is be here, you know, and support it. We wouldn't have had the chance to be here this long if the community didn't support us. And so basically, it's, you know, it's something that we don't mind putting back.
The artists behind the Lincoln Park community mural also plan to continue giving back. They formed the Southeast San Diego Encanto Arts Initiative, and they're not stopping with murals. There are sculptors, photographers, and poets waiting to share their artistry. The Urban Collaborative Project is in talks now with Civic San Diego to take responsibility for this lot. The space has gone unused since 1996, when the old Valencia Park Library was closed and reopened as the Valencia Park Malcolm X Library on Market Street.
Because the battle is going to be with developers and what we want to do, because what do they probably are going to want to do is put another affordable unit house so they can make money.
Using mostly private donations, Pollard hopes to turn it into a community gathering space, with benches, a small playground, and a stage for people to share performance art.
Public art projects like this one not only beautify a community, but advocates like Pollard believe they have healing powers.
When you see these areas without art, apartment buildings, traffic, sirens going all the time, police issues, that trauma builds up in people.
Civic San Diego agrees. A spokesperson with the city-owned nonprofit says Civic San Diego will lease the land to Urban Collaborative for 3 years. After that, it's not clear how the space will fit into the city's overall neighborhood plan. This area falls into San Diego's Promise Zone, a federal designation qualifying backers of area improvement projects for federal grants. Pollard says he's optimistic about the community's future and hopes visions for improvements include public art. The Urban Collaborative Project says it will take about a year to transform the space. They're hosting an art festival next month to outreach for design ideas. Coming up tonight on PBS NewsHour, combating classroom bullying with cameras. A mother demands change after her child with disabilities faces issues.
He would cry for no reason, just cry out. Tears, and I'm like, what's wrong? I'm thinking it's stomach ache. I had no idea. Everyone started telling me what the teacher had done. He had dropped him too many times to count. I found out that he had slammed Little T against the wall. I had no clue.
Plus, the lines have been drawn in the confirmation vote for the president's Supreme Court justice nominee. The senators weigh their options in the middle of party politics. That's tonight on PBS NewsHour, starting at 7, right here on KPBS. Beyond Pluto, the former planet got its close-up with NASA's New Horizons spacecraft. It arrived at Pluto 2 years ago. Now the spacecraft is moving on to a much smaller stop, about 1 billion miles away. Its next visit is to a remote object known as MU-69. It orbits the solar system's twilight zone. The New Horizons visit will set the record for the most distant world ever explored by humans on Earth. The spacecraft is expected to fly by in 2019. After national backlash, North Carolina may see a return of NCAA basketball. The NCAA boycotted the state after it passed a bathroom bill requiring people to use the bathroom matching their birth gender. North Carolina lawmakers are now ready to compromise. They're in talks to repeal and replace the law. NCAA leadership says that's enough for the board to reluctantly end the ban. The North Carolina Sports Association had estimated more than $250 million in potential losses. A new tool launched this week that will allow you to track black bears in Yosemite National Park from wherever you happen to be. The website is called keepbearswild.org, and enthusiasts can track certain bears who have GPS collars. The aim is to help rangers and the public learn more about the habits of bears so they can better protect them. You can find tonight's stories on our website, kpbs.org/evening edition. Thanks for joining us. Have a great evening.